Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fandomology, where fandoms collide. And we are going to be doing something tonight that it has been a minute since I have tried this. We are going to attempt to write a song live on stream. I haven't done this since it's been a while, although there was a song before that I wrote successfully on stream with some help off stream. And we're going to see if we can replicate that tonight. But of course, as always, I got to spread around the link for the stream, and then we will get started. Seems YouTube's changed their layout because. Oh, hold up. I found it. Never mind. There's a new promote tab for whatever reason on my own stream from a viewing window. That's okay, though. We'll get used to it. So while I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys for a little bit. I initially was not going to do a stream tonight. Without going into detail, it's been kind of a trying 3 days for me, but it was one of those things where the inspiration struck, and I wanted to capitalize on it while I could. And so we are going to do that tonight. Now, I already know what kind of song I would like to write. In fact, I've already kind of laid the basic groundwork for it just before starting the stream. And you guys know that, at least recently, I like to write songs based off of popular pieces of pop culture that I happen to be into at the time. I've written Star Wars songs, I've written Star Trek songs, I've written Skyrim songs. Tonight, I want to try and write a Harry Potter song. So let me finish plugging the links, and we will get started with that. And I do want to say hello also to Ghostwriter, who said that he finished his third day working with the Rippaverse, and congratulations for that, man. So let's see. I still got a lot of Discords to post into, so this is going to take a minute. All right, we're almost done. I'm posting things too quickly, and Discord's telling me to slow down. I've never seen that before, but that's okay. We'll work with it. All right. And one more. There we go. All right. So, as always, Ghostwriter says, so unprepared. You should make a send list so you only have to drop the link once. I'll figure out how to do that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead. In fact, I'm gonna do something real quick because I do need access to the computer, so I can't move next to me. So I'm gonna move my chair out of the way, and we're going to do things from the bed. So give me one quick second here. Go ahead and mute myself too. All right, that should do it. I'm sitting on my bed now. Bring the microphone in just a little bit closer. And like always, anytime I do one of these songwriting streams, we're going to warm up a little bit with some other songs, some I've written, and some kind of. There's one that I'm going to do. Hello, real quick to Whoopa Trooper, who says, "How are the signs coming along?" They're coming along really great. I'm going to send you some of those very soon. Chris admittedly made most of them. Why am I so out of breath from that? All right. So we're gonna do, just as a bit of a warm up, some of the other songs that I've written. And we're gonna start. Where is it? Where is it? We're gonna start with To Boldly Go. So, of course, for those that have never heard this before, this is the song that I wrote from about basically what it's like to be on a starship in Starfleet. Here we go. Have you looked up to the sky, seen the stars above, felt the urge to fly beyond this earth? Our ship's crew, perhaps that's where you'll find a job you love. And among those stars, it's where you'll find your worth. To boldly go where no man has gone before, to see what other planets have in store. This galactic exploration, there's no greater feeling sensation than to boldly go where no man has gone before. You must trust your captain to guide the ship and motivate the crew. 'Cause he's the man that Starfleet chose to lead the way. Whether peace or battle stations, he'll direct the ship straight through and ensure the ship survives another day. To boldly go where no man is going before, to see what other planets have in store. This galactic exploration, there's no greater feeling sensation than to boldly go where no man is gone before. Whether fighting some Klingons or a madman from SETI Alpha 5, always building challenges to face, 'cause it is very cold in space. But if you overcome them and make it home alive, always cherish the time you had in space. Only go where no man has gone before, to see what other planets have in store. This galactic exploration, there's no greater feeling sensation than to boldly go where no man has gone before. Than to boldly go where no man has gone before. All right, so let's do another one of the ones that I had written, and we're gonna go ahead and do "Love of My Life." I gotta grab the 12 string for this one since that one's dropped to. I wrote this step down tuning, and this is the last song that we did. This is the song, the first song that I wrote in small part due to help from a songwriting stream. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one. Let's see if we can get some creative juices flowing here. It had been 10 years since we last met, and couldn't tell me just like that boy again. That long fall into the gun dark's nest was nothing to the pounding in my chest. I knew right then that you were the love of my life. Must have been the will of the force that Obi-Wan and I arrived. If we hadn't been that hunter's drum, I'm not sure you'd have survived. The day we left to hide on that blue, I was overjoyed and you were too. And with that first kiss, you became the love of my life. And fight the Clone Wars by myself just to hear your voice again. Walk the world to see your smile. Take the fires of Mustafar, endure the worst kind of pain, just to have more time with you, the love of my life. When I was grieving my mother's death, you were there to comfort me. You listened as I raved about my Tuscan atrocities. When it seemed our death was here, we were brave and made our feelings clear. I told you that you were the love of my life. I often shed a tear when I recall our wedding day. It was just you and me, no one else to get in our way. But the war had other plans, though it was nothing our love could not withstand. Through it all, you remain the love of my life. I'd fight the Clone Wars by myself just to hear your voice again. Walk the world to see your smile. I take the fires of Mustafar and endure the worst kind of pain, just to have the time with you, the love of my life. When you told me you were with a child, I didn't know what to say. My dreams were frightened me that you would die on your delivery day. If I lost you the way I lost my mother and me to a greater cost, so I gave myself to the dark side to save you. Now you're gone, and now I'm not the same man I was before. My body's ruined now, my soul completely torn. The coolest part about my fear is my lust for power became so great that it overshadowed the love of my fight the blood wars by myself just to hear your voice again. Wonderful to see your smile. Take the fires of Mustafa and into this kind of pain. Just to have more time with you, the love of my life. I hate to say it, but you were right. A secret love destroyed us both that night. But I still do not regret the love of my life. Yeah, I still do not regret the love of my life. All right. And Whoopa says, seems the mic doesn't pick up certain notes on the song. Yeah, I've noticed that pretty much since I started doing music for the channel, that the mic just no matter how I set it, likes to prioritize my voice over the guitar, and it cuts the guitar out. I wish it wasn't like that, but what can I do? At least with what I've got right now. I'd like to get better equipment and actually have the guitar mixed into the sound system, but that's, like, a long time off. So but he still says, "Bravo, good sir." Thank you. Whoopa says, I was a percussionist. All I have to do is boom, boom, hit things. You would get along great, sir, with my friend Nate. He is also a percussionist." And you're saying percussionist instead of drummer, I'm going to assume you either mean in a marching context or in a symphonic/concert band context. If I'm wrong, though, of course, tell me. By the way, Whoopa, I don't know if you've seen this, but I've got a little Whooper figurine right here that I troll the crap out of Trevor with. I take this in to work with me, and we'll just pull it out and be like, "Boom, there he is." Marching context. Okay. Yep. Nate was a Nate, Nate was both marching and symphonic, so either way, you would relate a lot to him. I was an excellent bass drummer, if I do say so myself. And yes, a little king, a little whooper. All right. Let me switch back to the sixth string, and I'm gonna do kind of transitioning into wanting. Oh, the camera got blurry there. I think it was the whooper that made it out of focus. That's okay though. We're gonna work with what we got. So I'm gonna do a different song now, and this is not one that I wrote, but it's kind of the feel that I want to go with this song that I want to try and write. So I said it's a Harry Potter song, but I tend to write songs based off whatever genre. Whoopa says the camera just couldn't get enough of the whooper. I'm sure. But I tend to write songs based off of the genre, whatever genre I happen to be listening to most at the time. And right now, it's still very much hard rock/metal, but I'm starting to go back to a genre that I grew up with, which is bluegrass. So that's kinda what I want this song to be, is kinda more simple, soft, acoustic, bluegrass, something like you could play a fiddle and a banjo to, but about Harry Potter. So I'm gonna sing a song. It's called "New River Train," and the version that I'm gonna try and emulate is one by Norman Blake and Tony Rice, which, by the way, I'm gonna send their version in the chat too. Even if you're not a bluegrass fan, I do recommend listening to it. It's just really good. So let me pull that up real quick for you guys. So here is their version, but I'm gonna go ahead and sing it for you guys. And obviously I cannot play guitar like Norman Blake and Tony Rice, but that's okay. I'm gonna do my best. Words. All right, here we go. Riding on that new river train, on that new river train, that same train that brought me here's gonna carry me away. Well, darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love one. You can't love one and have any fun. Oh, darling, you can't love right on that new river train. Right on that new river train. That same new train that brought me here's gonna carry me away. Well, darling, you can't love too. Darling, you can't love too. You can't love too. Let your little heart be true. Oh, darling, you can't love too. Right on that new river train. Right on that new river train. That same old train that on me here's gonna carry me away. But darling, you can't love free. Darling, you can't love free. You can't love free and be true to me. Oh, darling, you can't love free. Riding on that new river train. Riding on that new river train. That same old train that brought me here is gonna carry me away again. Riding on that new river train. Riding on that new river train. That same old train that brought me here is gonna carry me away again. All right, so that was a very rough version of that song, but I did it to set the tone and feel for what I want to achieve musically with this song. Real quick, Whoopa says, "I've heard the term bluegrass. What are the defining characteristics of it? You can say it." Okay, so keep in mind, I have never been actually told a like actual definition of bluegrass. It's one of those things where I know it. And hello, real quick to Trent, who says, "Are you in the VC?" Not this time. This time I'm completely solo in StreamYard. But it's Music bluegrass is music that comes primarily from, like, the Appalachian region, so my area, Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, um, it's typically played with very simple rhythms, very simple melodies, and a certain type of vocals that I can't even really describe nor really imitate because I only sound like me, but it's I believe the term that's used is called high lonesome. I don't even it's kinda high and ringing is the best way that I can put it. As far as instruments go, what's typically used is, of course, guitar, which pretty much this kinda guitar right here, the Martin D28, is what's used for bluegrass, this or the D18. It's also got banjo, it's got mandolin, it's got fiddle, it's got maybe a dobro, which is like slide guitar, like that, and it's got some form of bass, whether it's a double upright violin bass that, they're playing like this, or it's an electric bass, and that's really it. Sometimes you got a snare drum, sometimes you got a full drum kit, but that's pretty much the basics. Now, obviously, I don't have all of that myself. I've just got me and one guitar. But even with just one guitar, you can still do bluegrass. Like, again, the way I was playing that song, it's just a really simple sounding rhythm. Light. I'm not going to say upbeat because it's not the most fastest thing, but it's still just kind of light and happy. It makes you think of the mountains. So that's the kind of feel, at least from a musical standpoint, what I want to try and achieve with this song. So let me bring in my notes sheet here for iCloud, and I'm going to show you guys what I've got so far. Also, if you see some other stuff here, feel free to ask me about it. His first TMNT, that's something I was working on for a death battle fan page that I'm part of. Which the basic idea with that is it's a joke battle. It's Kiss, the rock band, versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's completely not serious, but enough about that. So let me finish what I was working on here. Finish that line. So, like I said, that's the sort of feel musically I want to put toward a song specifically about the Hogwarts Express. This isn't really a song that's gonna be chronicling the story of Harry Potter. That I do wanna do that, write a song that chronicles one specific chapter, excuse me, in Harry Potter's life, like, for example, the Battle of Hogwarts or something like that, but that's not what this song is intended to be. It's a song supposed to be about the Hogwarts Express, and it takes you to Hogwarts, and you basically have your own journey there and all the stuff you can do at Hogwarts and Hogsmeade and such. Yes, I've been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy. So, that's pretty much what I wanna achieve here. Now, I've already got at least somewhat the music down for this. So, I was noodling I was getting some message from work. Had to address that real quick. I had I was noodling around just before I started this stream with a very simple melody that I was working on. I'm gonna see if I can recreate it here. So as you can tell, same type of rhythm, maybe a little bit slower, but same sort of thing. And it goes like this. You get the I'm still working that part out. All right. So, anyways, let me see if I can recreate that. Let me start that over, and just we'll see what happens as far as the play goes. And of course, anyone watching that is a guitar player that wants to, of course, commentate on what I'm doing and perhaps provide a different point of view, you're certainly welcome to. But let's see what I can get here. Let's see if I can make up a chorus now. All right, I think that works well. Remember to keep that in my head. To be honest, I don't really write chord progressions, like actually write them out, but can certainly try that. Let me notate some stuff here. Key of D, verse 1. Okay. So it's gonna look a little weird what I'm about to do here, but just trust me with this. These are the chords I'm gonna be attempting to follow. So basically, these are the chords. So it start in D, it go to A, then back to D, A, D, A, D. So that's what the verse chorus. I'm gonna try and do something like this. So I just finished the verse. I'm in D. G is where it starts. E, G, D, B minor, just to make it interesting. A, D. So that's basically the chorus. Let me, so you got to remember that as I come up with lyrics. And as you can tell, I've only got one line so far. Basically, start out like this. There is a train I want to ride. Na 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 na. That's basically, as far as vocals go, what the melody would be. So I'm trying. So here's this sort of train of thought. Get it? Train. We're writing a song about Hawkwork Express. But anyways, here's the train of thought that I was thinking about just before I started this stream. Of course, the first thing I want to mention about this train, the Hogwarts Express, is that it leaves from platform 9 3/4. And what is, of course, the very first thing that we learn about platform 9 3/4 is that normal people can't see it. You've got to run right through that one column to get to platform 9 and 3 quarters. And then from there, of course, you board the train and you head to Hogwarts. So, kind of what I was thinking about for like the first half of the first verse is it go kind of like this. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. I'll go ahead and write those in there just in case. I'm also, if you can tell, trying not to make it super, super duper wordy. So that's where we are at. So that's literally as far as I got before I started this stream. So let's see. Again, here we go. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. And immediately after that, I want to go, and when you ride, and then I don't know from there where to go. So those that are able or are creative in the way of writing or music, this is where I need your help. Where should I go from here? So let's keep what I have. For now, let's keep what I have here. Keep in mind, any of these words at any point could be changed in the future. All right, and we'll go ahead and note the chord in there. So, and when you ride, I don't necessarily think we have to think of a word that rhymes with ride. Actually, hold on. We might be able to. And when you ride, you're gonna find. And of course, put the chord in there. So D. Yep. So that's gonna be, and when you ride, you're gonna find. Da da da. Let's see. Sorry, I had to again look at Messenger. But when you ride, you're gonna find. I want to say from there how magical your life's gonna be. But again, I feel like it's good, but it can be better. So how do we make it better? Let's start with looking up rhymes for C. All right. So let me pull up Rhyme Zone here. This is where I always go anytime I'm trying to write lyrics. So let me pull up this. So, okay, that ain't gonna happen. All right, we'll try this rap pat. One syllable. Okay, continue. Me, he, three key, T, ye, as in Kanye. Flee, Lee, B, she, GEVP, spree, me, we, free. That one might work. D, that's not even a word, or is it? Yeah, that all that did was right clicking it was bring up the same thing I'm looking at here. Tree, z, ni, ni, re. I don't want to. I mean, hmm. Let me see here. There, I just saw something in here in the three-syllable words that might work here. Mystery, or here's another one I just saw. Fantasy. Those are words that might work. I'm trying not to overload the. I'm trying not to overload the verses or the chorus with too many syllables. So let's see here. Hmm. Like I said, if you guys have any ideas, I could really use them right now. Oh, here's another good one. Destiny. Okay. So far we've got free, destiny, mystery, and fantasy. How does Versace rhyme with C? It's a chi sound at the end, not C, and it's not pronounced Versace. It's Versace. Okay, here's a good one. Now this was 5 syllables, so we'd have to be careful how we use it, but opportunity. So when you ride, you're gonna find a brand new opportunity. That could work, but that, at least to me and my ears, sounds just a bit too few in the syllables because it's not. See, here's the thing that I admittedly struggle with for songwriting. It's not just coming up with rhymes. I oftentimes struggle, and I'm sure you've heard this with my other songs, with having one or two many too many syllables in there. So that is something that I definitely want to improve on. So how do we do that? And when you ride, you're gonna find. Da, na, 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 na. Let's see. Two syllable words. I can't think of how to make that work. Although there's a couple that I found in here. Story that might work. Prob Probably no. Let's see. I also want to mention magic in that last line too. So let's think about this. Let's picture ourselves right now as someone that is indeed beginning their school life at Hogwarts. So you're 11 years old, and of course, you don't pretend that you're Harry because Harry had a really we'll say that yes, he was the hero. Hold on a second. I had to send a quick important Christmas present related message to dad. But okay, so like I said, your child boarding the Hogwarts Express, going to Hogwarts for the very first time. You're not Harry Potter because let's be honest, his time at Hogwarts was very much far from standard. Same with Ron and Hermione. So let's just say I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't want to choose any other character from the Harry Potter books because even just being around Harry, that made their granted not as much so, that made their time at Hogwarts also abnormal because, they've got to deal with the fallout of, for example, Harry going down to fight the basilisk in the Chamber of Secrets, or Harry getting in trouble with Umbridge constantly by saying that Voldemort's back, in Order of the Phoenix. So we can't really rely on the time period of the books to get into the right headspace for this, although we may have no choice. We, at the very least, like I said, cannot put ourselves into the mind of Harry, Ron, and Hermione because, again, their school experience at Hogwarts for sure was far from normal. So let's just pretend, let's take that we're a student in the time period before Harry, Ron, and Hermione go to Hogwarts. So, and like basically between the two Wizarding Wars. So Voldemort's already gone. Voldemort's gone for the first time. Harry is still too young to go to Hogwarts. So is Ron. So is Hermione. So you'd be basically on the same. You'd basically be peers, equal peers, with someone like Bill or Charlie Weasley or even Percy Weasley. Weasley. Whoops. Or perhaps Oliver Wood, or perhaps Cedric Diggory, because we know that Cedric Diggory was older. I believe Cedric was in his 7th year in Goblet of Fire because the rule behind the Goblet of Fire was, of course, only 18-year-olds could actually put their name in. And so that's why Cedric was the one that was able to put his name in and be chosen as intended for the Triwizard Tournament before, of course, Harry's name was drawn. So basically, around then is when we're trying to focus with here. So your little kid that has just found out that you're a wizard, or you grew up in a wizarding family and you're finally getting to go to Hogwarts. What does that feel like? And how do we put that into a song? Well, I can answer that for myself. Let's say that I'm the one that's going to Hogwarts for the first time. I would, of course, be absolute over the moon, and I would be super duper excited. I would be just chomping at the bit to get there, but of course, I would be nervous because It's something new. It's something I'm not used to. And so how do I put those feelings into a song? And real quick, Trent, you should write a song for your significant other. I do intend to, but it's not something that I can just sit down and bang out. It's something where the inspiration's gotta come. And if it comes to me sooner that rather than later, great. Did Paul just say he was bored? I don't get what you mean. I don't did I say something that left that impression? Because I didn't notice. Alright. Perhaps another way to think about what's going on with this perhaps another thing that to another angle to look at is, let's say that you're someone that is welcoming new students onto the Hogwarts Express for the first time. So, say for example, the conductor from Polar Express. Let's say that he was on the Hogwarts Express, and he's basically laying it out for the new kids, the new first years. Welcome to the Hogwarts Express. Here's a little debrief, we'll say, on what to expect from your time at Hogwarts. So let's see. Let's talk about what someone like that would say. They would likely talk about, okay, well, this is a train that is magical. Only the wizarding folk can see it, muggles can't. And this train is going to take you to Hogwarts, the greatest wizarding school ever. Of course, biased speaking. But they would tell you, and I'm sure, they would tell you this at the school too, because we see McGonagall do it. But I don't think it would be out of the realms of possibility for whoever this person on the train is to talk about the houses, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. They would likely talk about the different classes you take, like charms, like defense against the dark arts. What was the transfiguration? That was the one McGonagall taught, and other classes like that. So again, how do we put that into a song? Let me start again with singing what I've got. And I'm going to try and just on the spot come up with something that would work. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. And when you ride, you're gonna find I just hit a blank there. Okay. I'm getting a lot of notifications on my watch tonight. That's okay, though. So, let's see. Ooh, hold on. I think I got something. And when you ride, you're gonna find you've just been granted an opportunity. That works. All right, and of course, add the chords in there. All right, so I think that is a good. I think that's a good first one. So we're gonna go ahead and add the chorus next. Let's see. Or better yet, we could just say that that's half of the verse. Because it's common that there are songs that don't have choruses, and yet there are within the verses there's two different melody patterns. The biggest example that I can think of is the hymn "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." Let me pull up the words to that so I can show you what I'm talking about. Wrong version. Okay, so pay attention musically to what I'm singing and what I'm playing. So, "What a Friend We Have in Jesus" has just 3 verses, no choruses, and yet there's a first half to each verse and a second half to each verse, and each individual half has a different melody and chord progression. So pay attention to what I'm going to do here. Verse 1, pattern 1, we'll call it. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. We're still in part 1. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. This is part 2. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. So, did you guys see what I did there? That was all one verse, and yet the second half of the verse had a different melody and different chord progression over it, at least for the line that went, "Oh, what peace we often forfeit, oh, what needless pain we bear." What if I did something like that with this song? So let's eliminate that. So basically, I'm going to play through the melody again, instrumentally, that I have in my head. I might do a slight variation of it to make it even simpler to fit this new idea. But let's see if we can make this sound like it works. That might work. Let me go back through the chorus / second half of the verse again. Okay. That could work. So let's see. The line that's... Ooh, I know what to do. I know what to do. You're on this train. It's Hogwarts bound. Where magic learning can be found. Yes, that works. Okay, so let me add the chords into that. Okay, so let's make sure that that works here. So let's sing through what I've got so far. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. And when you ride, you're gonna find you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where magic learning can be found. And then let me try that part again. Okay, that last part of what's now going to be the end of the verse needed a little bit of ironing out. Okay. I just realized I'm a little bit borrowing from the chord progression from another hymn. I just realized this. Let me pull it up real quick just to show what I just realized. I know I've got it in here. Where is it? All right, I just realized I accidentally borrowed from the hymn I Will Sing the Wondrous Story, which goes like this. I will sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me, how he left the realms of glory from the cross of Calvary. Here's the part I borrowed. Oh yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea. So it's slightly different, but at the same time, now that I realize that is similar, that's going to mess with me, and I don't know whether or not I should keep it. And I get it. There's only a finite amount of combinations for melodies, so eventually people are naturally going to copy other people, but at the same time, I want to try to avoid that as much as possible. I think I can change it up. Okay, so I had that wrong. Okay. So it's a little syllable heavy than I probably would have intended, but let me just see if this works. Crow says, can't stay in this live stream, but hello and good luck writing your song. Well, thank you very much, man. I'm glad that you popped in. I believe you are the first person. Sorry, not the first person, but I believe this is your first time popping in here. So thank you for popping in. And just a quick reminder for those that are watching, if this is your first time, or even if this isn't your first time, but if you are not subscribed, please do. This is a little bit different stream than we usually do. Usually there's a lot of discussion streams around movies and other topics, and lots of gaming streams. And I do a stream on Fridays called Paul's Bedtime Stories, where I will read a book to you guys. So this was a little bit different, but this probably will not be the last songwriting stream that I do. But anyways, go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you share out the channel to those that you know. All right. Let's again start at the beginning of the verse and see what I got here. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. And when you ride, you're gonna find you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. That actually works. That works really well. So we're keeping that. In fact, I almost want to go, you're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. You know, yeah, I'm doing that. It just fits so well. Ooh, hold on. I just had another great line. Settle in, we'll soon arrive. I'll add the word so in there just to give it a little extra. Ooh, hold on. Welcome to the newest chapter of your lives. Boom. First one. Okay. Q. There's no Q chord. All right. So let's see. Let's just play through that and just see how it sounds together. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can see. And when you ride, you're gonna find you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. So settle in, we'll soon arrive. Welcome to the newest chapter of your lives. Feels good. That feels so good. I'm keeping that. All right, so verse 2. All right, verse 2. Let's see. Okay, so verse 1 started with you boarding the train and told to settle in. We'll get there soon. I think it's too soon in the song to have the train arrive to Hogwarts. So let's say it's the middle of the ride, and let's shift the song now more internally. You're probably wondering what happens next or something like this. And of course, we want to keep the same chords. Now I'm going to keep, I'm not going to rewrite the chord progression for the other verses. So we'll just worry about, I mean, not now. I'll probably go back and change them later. But for now, we're going to focus on the lyrics this time because I'm not going to change the melody any more than this. So you're probably thinking, ooh, you're probably wondering now. You're probably wondering what happens now. You're probably wondering what happens now, like, okay, so we have a problem. I would like to, if it was possible. Virginia pops in, says, middle of the ride is snacks from the trolley. True. Okay. I gotta look something up real quick. I feel like there is a name to the lady who runs the snack trolley on the Hogwarts Express. I just can't remember what it is. Who runs the snack trolley on the Hogwarts Express? Okay, so she's just known as Trolley Witch. The candy trolley itself was known as the Honeydukes Express. Let's see. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's no name for her. She is just referred to as Trolley Witch, so we can't use that in the song. Let's see. Ooh, I know what to do. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Bingo. Will I make friends? Okay, so now we're going to get into... Now we're going to get into the thoughts themselves. The biggest one. Will I make friends? And Okay, there has to be an and to that that maybe can be related. Will I succeed? Ooh. Here we go. So let's see what we got here. I think we got something. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydews Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest magic user ever seen? Ooh, I know how to... begin the next part of the verse here. So many questions, so little time. And I'm only halfway through this magic ride. That... Okay. I just noticed something, though, that might not be working in favor of this song. The perspective has changed. Actually, no. It works. It works. There's a train I want to ride. Basically, think of this as like the theme song of the Hogwarts Express, where someone... let's imagine it like this. We got to recontextualize here. The person singing this is like a spokesperson or even a mascot, if they had one, of the Hogwarts Express. That is talking about I like riding the Hogwarts Express. Here's what you are going to expect going forward. That's verse 1. That's this perspective that works for verse 1. Verse 2, again, begins with guessing what the passenger's thoughts are. And then for the second half of it, it's them thinking, will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest magic user ever seen? Okay, so it still works. It still works. Let's see. Okay, real quick, let me try something. Let me see what I've got so far for verse 2, because I might pull another move here. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest magic user ever seen? Okay. I just realized another problem. The rhyme structure got changed from verse 1 to verse 2. But that's okay. I just realized a very easy fix here. We're going to word swap. So no longer is it, so now it's, there's a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can find. I know it's not a clean rhyme. I know it's not an exact rhyme, but it's close enough. And when you ride, you're going to see you've just been granted an opportunity. That works. And again, I know succeed and seen don't exactly rhyme, but they have an E sound in them, so it's good enough for me. Virginia says, I feel like Magic User doesn't work as well as it initially sounded. Maybe so. Be the greatest Magic User. Okay, I've got a different thing I can do. We'll say witch or wizard instead. It's the same amount of syllables. I had to double check that. So let's again start with verse 2. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest witch or wizard ever seen? So many questions, so little time, and I'm only halfway through this magic rhyme. Okay, that was not how it went. So many questions, so little time, and I'm only halfway through this magic ride. Okay, yeah, we're gonna repeat. There's certain words that are gonna get repeated 3 times because it just feels right. So let's see what we got here. So many questions, so little time, and I'm only halfway through this magic ride. No need to worry, we're almost there. Okay, we need a rhyme for there. This is basically, we're about to pull in to the station at Hogwarts. Air. I can. Oh, I got a good one here. No need to worry. We're almost there. Tell me, can you feel the magic in the air? Because we're getting to the station. We're getting hyped. Can you feel the magic in the air? So let's see. So let's, again, verse 1. No, we're going to start at the beginning of verse 2 and play that whole thing through. And then we'll go back to verse 1, play through verse 1 and verse 2 together. So just verse 2. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest witch or wizard ever seen. So many questions, so little time. And I'm only halfway through this magic ride. No need to worry, we're almost there. Tell me, can you feel the magic in the air? Okay. So, that works. Let's go back now to verse 1 and make sure both verses work together. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can find. And when you ride, you're gonna see you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. So settle in, we'll soon arrive. Welcome to the greatest chapter of your lives. Okay, newest, greatest. That's okay. Welcome to the newest chapter of your lives. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest witch or wizard ever seen. So many questions, so little time. And I'm only halfway through this magic ride. No need to worry, we're almost there. Tell me, can you feel the magic in the air? All right. We got it. So, verse 3. Okay. Well, okay, so I feel like verse 3, and verse 3 is going to be the final verse. Since the song is specifically about the Hogwarts Express, and keep in mind, it's not just going to be me singing it. I'm going to attempt to do some like instrumental stuff between the verses. So that'll pad out time for the song. But verse 3 is going to be the last one. And since the song is specifically about the Hogwarts Express, we should think of verse 3 as the staff saying goodbye for now to the students. We'll see you at the end of the year, and then we'll take you home. So I think we should start the verse with, and now at last we have arrived. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll meet again. Okay, in X months' time. No, we'll meet again to take you home. We need a rhyme for home. Okay, I'm looking at Rhyme Zone again. Stallone is a rhyme for home. What? All right, let's see here. Nothing's jumping out to me yet. Methadone, no, we're not doing that. Corleone, that's Godfather. Let's see. I'm gonna take the hat off. It's starting to hurt my head. I know, messy hair. Deal with it. Or we could do something else where we don't have to find a rhyme for home. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to look up something. Like, how long is a full school year at Hogwarts? We know it starts in September. Semester 1 goes from September to Christmas. And then January. Okay, so it's September to June. Rome kind of rhymes, but I'm not sure how you. Yeah, that was my thinking too, Virginia. So, but then again, I might be able to do this from another angle. So, we'll meet again in. Okay, so July and August are the 2 breaks. So, would it be accurate to say 10 months is like a full school year for someone at Hogwarts? So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yep, it's 10 months. We'll meet again in 10 months' time. To take you home. Okay, now we need a rhyme with time, and no, rhyme doesn't work. To take you home. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. Let's see what RapPad has here. Let's see. Anything that jumps out. To take you home and enjoy your summertime. Yes, that's it. Okay. Let's make sure that at least first half of the verse works. And now at last we have arrived. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll meet again in 10 months' time to take you home to enjoy your summertime. Let's see. I want to talk about how the train does this every year. Oh, Mom just texted me. I gotta answer Mom real quick. Whoops. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. We almost got it, though. We almost got it. Yes, Virginia said you rhymed time with time. Yes, I did, because time and summertime are two different words. It works. Let's see. Again, I want to. So back to this. How do I talk about? Okay, that could work right there, Virginia. But don't you worry. We'll meet again between platforms 9 and 10. That's good. A little light on the syllables, but we can probably fill that in somehow. We'll see you soon between platforms 9 and 10. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I know how to end it. Thanks for riding. You were the best. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. We got it. See this real quick. All right, so let's do just verse 3 by itself, and then we're going to do the whole song. All right. And now at last we have arrived. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll meet again in 10 months' time to take you home to enjoy your summertime. Now don't you worry, we'll meet again We'll see you soon between platforms 9 and 10, 10, 10. Thanks for riding, you were the best. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. Okay. I think we've got it. Okay. So let me make it to where I can see all of the lyrics on one screen. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to do the full song, including... Virginia says, I'm working on rhyme, sir, not syllables or rhythm. That's your thing. Well, we were able to get it done. So, let me get set up here. And we're going to do the full song. So, ladies and gentlemen that are watching this stream, either live right now or in the playback, I present the first song that I have ever written in its entirety on stream, The Hogwarts Express. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can find. And when you ride, you're gonna see you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. So settle in, we'll soon arrive. Welcome to the newest chapter of your lives. Actually went a lot better than I thought it would. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest witch or wizard ever seen? So many questions, so little time, and I'm only halfway through this magic ride. No need to worry, we're almost there. Tell me, can you feel the magic in the air? And now at last, we have arrived. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll meet again in 10 months' time to take you home to enjoy your summertime. Now don't you worry, we'll meet again. We'll see you soon between platforms 9 and 10, 10, 10. Thanks for riding, you were the best. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. We did it. Virginia says, keeping in mind my limited knowledge of guitar and music, but is it possible to, at the end, do sort of like a train chugging noise. I only ask because the other day I heard you play it, but can you do a train chugging noise at the end, kind of like the drum in The Little Drummer Boy the other day? You know what? I just might be able to do that. And here's the thing. This is actually a trick, and I'm going to take the words off the screen for a moment. But this is a trick that actually, sorry, chat did weird things. That's fine. This is a trick that Johnny Cash actually did on Walk the Line. So a little bit of trivia for you. Let me move I'll keep the capo there. But while his lead guitar guy is, of course, going... How did it go? Oh, yeah. While his lead guitar guy going... We're live, folks. While his lead guitar guy is going... Yeah, Virginia's right. Words are hard. But here's the thing. While Johnny Cash's lead guitar guy is doing that in the Tennessee 3, Johnny is doing this with his guitar. He's resting his fingers across all 6 strings, but not putting pressure on them enough to actually create a note. He's instead muting the strings and going like this. So I could probably do something like that. Although if I really wanted to get technical, suppose I wanted to record this, here's what I would actually do for that part. I would take something. I'll use this Amazon gift card for a second. It's dead, so don't worry about stealing my money. And I would weave it into the strings and bring it in up like that and do this. And now it sounds even more like a snare drum. You get the idea. So maybe I could do something like that. If I do that, though, it's very funny. I set out to write a bluegrass song, and it turned into a Johnny Cash song, which is not the first time that something like that has happened. On my song, The Fiery Dancer, I tried to write a song that someone could belly dance to, and it turned kind of into a country Hank Williams Jr. type song, especially because... Hold on one second. Especially because I'm using the... that Hank does in Country Boy Can Survive. How did you do this? I can't play the song, but that's about how it goes. The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. Like that. But we got it. So I'm gonna close out the stream. We've gone nearly 2 hours. This was a very good stream. I am honestly surprised that, of course, with your help in the chat, everyone that contributed, I was able to write an entire song. Granted, the stuff I'd done some of it slightly before the stream, but I was able to make an entire song in 2 hours on a live stream. So what we're going to do is we are going to close out. I'm going to once again do the song in its entirety, and we're going to close out with that. So let me get my capo again. And here we go. There is a train I want to ride from a platform that no one can find. And when you ride, you're gonna see you've just been granted an opportunity. You're on this train, it's Hogwarts bound, where a magic education can be found. So settle in, we'll soon arrive. Welcome to the newest chapter of your lives. You're probably wondering what happens now, all while the Honeydukes Express is making rounds. Will I make friends? Will I succeed? Be the greatest witch or wizard ever seen? So many questions, so little time, and I'm only halfway through this magic ride. No need to worry, we're almost there. Tell me, can you feel the magic in the air? And now at last, we have arrived. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll meet again in 10 months' time to take you home to enjoy your summertime. Don't you worry, we'll meet again. We'll see you soon between platforms 9 and 10. Thanks for riding, you were the best. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. Thanks for riding the Hogwarts Express. All right. I am just so happy that that worked out the way that it did. And I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed the journey with me. And again, thank you not just for watching, everyone, but thank you to those that contributed for helping with this. And should I ever actually go on to record this, I'm going to make sure to credit it, written by, of course, me and the Fandomology YouTube chat. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know yet when a specific stream like this will be again, but there will be another one. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will talk to you guys later. And the Force is family.